So here's the horse animation we created in a previous video. The running horse looks good, but he's just running through an empty white space. It might be nice to add a background. So how could we do that? Well, like Photoshop, Animate has layers. This means that we can create different visual elements on different layers. We can even create separate animations on different layers. And if we later need to change something, the changes will only affect that one layer. So let's take a look at how to work with layers. By default, Animate projects always have a layer 1. If we go down to the timeline, you'll notice that we did our horse motion tween animation on that layer. Let's start out by renaming the layer. The easiest way to do that is to just double-click on the layer name. And we'll call it horse layer. If the layer name gets cut off, you can just hover right here before frame 1 until the mouse pointer turns into a double arrow with vertical lines through it. Then just click and drag and make the layer name area bigger. We can turn layers on or off. Just click the dot underneath the eyeball icon. Now let's create a new layer for our background. To do that, go down to the bottom left corner and click New Layer. It looks like a square page with a corner folded up. And that will add a new layer to the timeline. By default, it's called Layer 2, but we can rename it to Background. Now I can use Animate's drawing tools to draw a nice background for our horse. First of all, make sure the timeline cursor is on frame 1. And then we'll go over to the rectangle tool. And I want it to be green for some grass. I want to make sure my stroke, the outline, is turned off. And now I will click and drag to create my grass. I want to make it look a little bit more interesting, so I'm going to now switch to the brush tool and then just add a little bit of hill to it, and I can just paint that in. And now we've got a grassy hill for the horse to run through. Let's test what we have so far. Go to Control, Test. So that looks okay, but I want the horse to run in front of the hill, not behind it. How do I fix that? Well, it has to do with the order of my layers. Layers are essentially a stack of transparent cards, and right now, background is on top of the stack. To change that, just click and drag background underneath the horse layer. Now let's test again. That looks better. Now let's say that we want to add a photo of a barn. Well, it turns out I've created one in Photoshop based on a Creative Commons image. I've added transparency, indicated by the checkerboard pattern, so that we can easily place this into our animated scene. To use this photo, we first need to import it into the library. Go to File, Import, Import to library. Find the image you want. Click Open. And now we can use this barn image in our animation. I'll go ahead and create another layer for our barn. And I'll name it Barn. Make sure that the barn layer is above the background, but underneath the horse layer. Also, be sure that the barn layer is selected. Next, we'll drag and drop the barn from the library to the stage. It's a little too big, so we'll use something called the Free Transform tool to resize it. And then you can click and drag on the squares to change the size. A nice trick is to hold down the Shift key, and then it scales without distorting the image. And you can also click and drag to move it. Test again. And now I've got a nice animation of a horse running past a barn on a grassy field.